Without hopping on a plane or a train, I visited 15 European cities in 2 days. How did I do that? I borrowed my dad's Ford Escape. I pitched my best friend 2 years ago to come with me on this trip. And I drove more than 16 hours around Southwestern Ontario. We are about to pick up La Concha because we're going on a road trip. And yes, you're wondering, what do you mean European cities? Well, when I Google why does Ontario have European city names, because many of those places were named by immigrants from those countries with the original places. Although I'm not 100% sold that that's the only reason, the point that I'm trying to make is that there are many cities in Ontario with European city names. I personally counted 20, but my TikTok that has gone viral, all of y'all in the comments are telling me that there are more than 45 or 40 cities in Ontario with European names. So we've got names from Aberdeen, Copenhagen, London, Windsor, all the way to Zurich. We started our tour in Stratford, Ontario, which is a town that has many, many, many parallels to Stratford upon Avon in the UK. We left right after work, so I want to say we left around 5:30 p.m. and we got in around 9:30 p.m. The staff at the hotel were so nice. They waited up for us. They knew we were the last ones to check in, and they even helped us personally find parking because it was so dark. I had to go through another road. They were amazing. The rooms here were really spacious. It had a whirlpool moment or jet pass, whatever you like to call it. Since we got in so late, we were really hungry, and conveniently, the hotel has a restaurant on the main floor, and we went in and we got some bites to eat from their late night menu, and it was just like a really easy way to get into Stratford, get a late night snacks. We even toured around a bit just to do some night to day transitions, but overall, so easy, awesome. My personal favorite moment out of all of this was I had the TV fireplace on one side, and then I had the real fireplace on the other side, and I just kicked up my feet and I was like, oh, this is a vibe. In the morning, we woke up early to explore around Stratford because we had to be on the road by like 1 o'clock. I had a very strict itinerary. If you're coming to stay at the Mercer Hotel, you want to make sure you go down this street over here. That is Coburg. And then there's two entrances to the parking lot here. And this one here. You want to park in the middle, in this middle. Up top is parking meters, and below is parking meters, and those are no-goes. This is the hotel parking for free. Coburg Street, you go down here, entrance 1, entrance 2. We were recommended various restaurants like the Meters Family Eatery, Rockwell, and Features of Stratford. And we did just that. We went to Features, which was only like a block away from our hotel. We sat down, we ordered food, and we were absolutely stuffed because the portions were absolutely huge. Because of that, we had to walk off the food. We stayed a little longer than we were supposed to, but we were able to look around City Hall, the Avon Theater. I even got to do a baby rendition. And visit a couple shops that were open that early. We need to figure out where the Welcome to Stratford sign is to really kick off the tour. This is the start. Yep. We're an hour behind, but I think we can make some time up in the other small towns. Yep. Let's not get hit by a car. Okay, wish us luck. After checking out of the hotel, our EurOntario Tour officially began. The idea of this tour was to discover these towns and get a video in front of the many signs. Before heading out, we asked around and we got the shot of the sign of Stratford because when we drove in, we didn't see one. And when I started planning this trip, I left time in my exact itinerary to find these signs because I had no idea. I couldn't find the locations of them online. And little did I know that when you Google a town's name, it brings you to where it begins, which is most likely where the sign is. Did you know that? Because I didn't. We made our way to Luxembourg, and then we headed on our way to Paris. We spotted the sign for Kitchener, which was not in the original itinerary because I was like, oh, like the name was changed so many years ago. But then when we were driving to Paris, I like slammed the brakes, did a swerve because we saw the Kitchener sign. It was pouring rain and I did not expect to see the sign. So everybody on TikTok is telling me, oh, you shouldn't have included it. It was Berlin ages ago. But hey, it's a fun fact, right? So after the swerve, we followed our itinerary. We went back on the road to Paris, made a pit stop. Our stomachs were super hungry. Went to Cambridge. We got stuck in traffic. I kept drinking all of my sapsuckers. I'm obsessed. We made a scenic stop to the Westmount Kissing Bridge. It's the last covered bridge in Ontario. We went to Aberdeen, Hanover, and then we got into Kincardine just as the sun was setting. We booked a room at the inn at the harbor, which is right in front of the water, and called it here for a night. We were absolutely pooched from driving and so grateful that the hotel was so easily located in the heart of downtown Kincardine. The rooms were so nice as well because there was 2 queen beds, a beautiful view of the balcony over the sunset, and couldn't ask for anything else. When we woke up, it was another early morning because we had more stops to get to, but this time we were able to enjoy breakfast in bed because the hotel inn at the harbor offers free continental breakfast in the morning, which is a win for me. Kincardine gets its name from Kincardine, Scotland. And while we were exploring in the morning, we saw some parallels like the legend of the Phantom Bagpiper, and there was references to the monarch with the boardwalk ending at the Queen's Lookout. And if you go to Kincardine, please do not miss visiting the cutest cafe with the nicest natural light I have ever seen, the Daily Grind. My friend Nicole got a latte, I got some treats for the road, and we were off on day 2 of our trip, which was way sunnier than day 1. After getting the shot in front of Kincardine, we made our way to Brussels, Dublin, Zurich, London, and we ended our weekend trip in our hometown of Windsor, Ontario. If you didn't know, now you know. Hey! A lot of people in the comments on TikTok were telling me, oh, it would be cheaper to go to Europe than do this trip. Gas is so expensive. You know what? You're right. It is. Times are pricey, but I'm going to break down to you what the cost of this trip was. So for 2 people, it ran us about $1,200, and that includes 2 nights at a hotel, 3 restaurant meals, 3 Tim Horton runs, miscellaneous snacks, and gas. And mind you, we did bring additional food. We brought snacks on this trip, so we were pretty set. That cost, the $1,200, is for those 2 days. Reminder, we were only 2 people and we came also prepared with snacks. But there were more cities that I had originally planned on the list. We had 18 cities that we wanted to hit and we only got to 15. So I went back on the road for a day trip to hit Vienna, Copenhagen, Sparta, Seville, and learned that Seville does not have a sign. So if you go, don't expect a sign. Since we went for the day, we packed our own lunch. It only cost us $50 to go there. I hope that you were able to, get a gist of what the EurOntario Tour could look like for you. I have on my website at mytravelingbackpack.com, I've got a Google Maps that has plotted all the points that people have recommended on TikTok where to go, all the cities, I cannot talk, all the cities in Ontario with European city names that I've found so far. There's probably more. Please comment below if you do know, if I missed one. And on my Instagram, you can see more details of like where we stayed, where we ate, a little sneak peeks of Kincardine and Stratford if you're looking for a vibe. I hope this video inspired you to visit some of these small towns and make your own adventure here in Ontario, and I can't wait to see you on my next adventure.